Well, the company Staples recently agreed to pay $275,000 to settle a case where they were accused of violating the Family Medical Leave Act rights of one of their employees who was caring for his sick wife. Attorney Jim Higgins with the Higgins Firm recently stopped by to explain what happened and talk about who the FMLA protects. Take a look. Jim is back. Great to see you again.
Thank you.
All right, we're talking about this big case. Tell us a little bit about what happened here, just more detail.
Yeah, sure. So this was a gentleman who worked at Staples, and his wife had developed breast cancer. And so he was having to take time off with her to help her with the hospital and at home when she was having her therapy and chemo. And his employer did not tell him, according to the lawsuit, about his FMLA, the Family Medical Leave Act, that gives you up to 12 weeks of leave to protect your job if something like this happens. And a lot of people don't know that it's not just for yourself if you have a serious illness, but it's also to take care of a loved one. And so while he was doing this, he would get I guess deducted his, or he would have performance reviews that were bad, saying he wasn't meeting his sales quota. Well, he couldn't. He was trying to take care of his wife during part of this time. He wasn't meeting, he wasn't coming in time, he was being tardy, he was missing times at work, and he would get written up for that. And so eventually he was terminated, and this lawsuit said, hey, wait, this guy had these certain rights under the Family Medical Leave Act, and you violated them, and he was able to get his back pay. Liquidated damages is what we get in these cases too, so it's a double pay, and you can have your job reinstated. And this is exactly the kind of case that law is out there to protect.
Okay, does it protect the FMLA? Does it protect everybody? Every job, does it have that benefit?
You know, it doesn't protect everyone. So the government knew when they set up the Family Medical Leave Act that there are certain companies that are so small that they couldn't hold someone's job for that 12-week period. So, you know, if it's what I would call a mom and pop shop, and they got 3 employees, and somebody says, hey, I'm going to be out for a month because I'm really sick, well, they can try, but they don't have to. The FMLA doesn't apply to that. It only applies to employers with 50 or more employees in a 75-mile radius.
Okay.
And you have to have worked there for about a year, a full-time employee for about a year at least. And if you've got that, then you get 12 weeks of unpaid leave. You don't get paid while you're off, but having your job protected is such a stress reliever, I think, for people to know that when you get through this, whether it's the adoption of a child, there's a lot of things, or an illness, or helping a family member, that you're going to have a job to go back to.
Interesting. Okay, so what are the most common violations that you see? Because I know you've seen a lot of violations with the FMLA. What do you typically see?
The most common ones are employers either just don't talk, or they don't know they have these rights. I see people get retaliated for when they come back. Not always, but they'll come back and they get treated differently. They get fired when they come back because of all sorts of things that happened while they were gone. And a lot of times people just want them to keep working while they're off work. So there's a good bit of them out there. Not everything, but we see a lot of FMLA violations.
All right, you guys definitely try to make that right. Jim, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now, the Higgins Firm is serving Tennessee. You can give them a call at 1-800-705-2121 or go to their website. That's thehigginsfirm.com.